Juliet Lima Papa.
I got November 8, Juliet Lima. What was the rest?
I got November 8, Juliet Lima. What was the rest?
Lima Papa. JLP. Juliet Lima Papa.
Roger, Juliet Lima Papa. What's the name there?
Roger, Juliet Lima Papa. What's the name there?
The name here is Gerald with a J. Juliet Echo Romeo Alpha Lima Delta.
Roger, Gerald, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
Roger, Gerald, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
We are in Ohio, about 50 miles east of Columbus, Ohio.
Roger, and what radio are you running?
Roger, and what radio are you running?
We are running the newest and supposed to be the greatest, I guess. Supposed to be the big competitor against the Icon 7300, the Yaesu FT-710.
Roger, 710. Let's see, you have a separate P control for your equalizer, is that a Roger? If you're running compression, then you have a separate P control, is that a Roger in your equalizer?
Running compression, then you have a separate P control, is that a Roger in your equalizer?
Oh yeah, I can turn it off or turn it on. And then I have three-band equalizer, parametric equalizer.
Oh, Roger, so I think I might be able to help you there. The first thing would be to double check to be sure you're in that wide TBW, wide transmit bandwidth 100 to 2900. That lets your transmitter run as best it can and then gives you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's conversation. So it's called wide TBW, wide transmit bandwidth 100 to 2900. Roger?
Wide transmit bandwidth 100 to 2900. Roger.
Yeah, I just looked up. I'm there. That's that's the factory default. Yeah, it's already set there. That's where I leave it. It seems to work pretty good right there, I guess.
Yes, so it's supposed to be a factory default location, but sometimes I have seen radios come out of the factory in not that wide mode. It always is a good idea to check just to be sure it is. Roger?
It's a good idea to check just to be sure it is. Roger?
Yeah, I checked it because sometimes I do little DX and I can go in there and turn it down, but I never go no lower than about 27, but 28, 29 is good. 29 is factory default, like I said, but sometimes I set it down a little lower.
Yes, 29 gives you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's conversation. All right, so past the TBW comes the compressor processor, and we suggest a 3. It's something that will never be heard, but it does help on our final numbers at the end. So it would be a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. You never hear it on the air, but it, like I said, does help for our total numbers at the end. Roger?
Like I said, does help for our total numbers at the end. Roger?
Roger. Yeah, that's about 30 on this one, because you go 30 to 1, or you go 30 through 100 or 1 through 10. But this one's set up, I got it set right at about 30. Mic gain set about 30, 35, I think, somewhere around there. I'll have to look.
Roger. Well, let's go to the ALC and we can set that mic level just perfect. As you move to the ALC with mic gain in hand, as you say the word audio, spoken just as you would speak any other word in a QSO, you become a human test tone generator, audio, and you adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running 7 or 2/3, whichever comes first.
Is running 7 or 2/3, whichever comes first.
Okay, audio. needs to go up a little bit. Yeah, barely moving.
Where is your mic gain setting?
Where is your mic gain setting?
Now it's up there. Audio. Yeah, now she's up there about halfway, 3/4. That's 40 on the mic gain.
Great, great. Sounds good. And I would work that microphone the same way as far as proximity to microphone. I would work it just like you are and try to be very consistent about that distance to microphone, because that affects your equalization and it affects your obviously your audio levels. It's called a proximity effect, and it says the closer you get to the microphone, the more bottom end you have. So just where you are right there is a nice curve on the radio, Roger.
There is a nice curve on the radio, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, it looks good now. Like I said, ALC. Yeah, it's come up a lot better than what it was sitting down there at 35. I can't believe just moving up 5 made that much difference, and me staying the same distance from the microphone. Yeah, looks good now.
Yes, sir. And anytime you change mics or whatever, you should always go back and recheck your ALC level. Just like we did there, because not all mics are the same, and some are hotter than others. And what you want to do, that's a good way to set your mic level, Roger.
And what you want to do, that's a good way to set your mic level, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, it looks good now. Yeah, I didn't realize it was down that low, but the ELC wasn't going off that far, but yeah, it looks good now. I like that.
Yes, so sometimes it's a good idea, and we suggested to leave your ALC meter out and be watching your ALC meter as you talk to your friends and neighbors across the country. You've got to have something to do, so you might as well look at that ALC meter. And, after a period of time, you'll develop a relationship between yourself and that meter that you can keep it in the sweet spot of 2/3 just by your voice, Roger.
Keep it in the sweet spot of 2/3 just by your voice, Roger.
Yep, I've always been acclimated to watch the ALC. I never watched the power meter, never have really. I've always been, like I said, acclimated to watch the ALC and see where it's going, see where it's at, and not getting into the microphone too deep, and let the voice and everything across the air. The voice and everything across the air.
Roger. Yeah, that ALC meter is your Bible for the radio. These folks don't realize that a lot, but it is the Bible for that radio. Will tell you exactly what's going on with your radio better than your neighbor down the road could advise you, Roger.
Better than your neighbor down the road could advise you, Roger.
Roger.
Well, Gerald, let me say 73 to you, sir. You have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. If you want to hear your radio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Gerald, we might have doubled there just a little bit.
Gerald, we might have doubled there just a little bit.
Oh, we probably did. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, I was just saying, if you want to hear this recording, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that'll take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Okay, appreciate it, Jim. Like I said, I'm glad you picked me up, and I turned that mic gain up a little bit, brought it up where it should be. Appreciate your time, appreciate all you do, and have a Merry Christmas, and hopefully maybe next Friday we can talk again from 8JLP.
Roger, Roger, Gerald, Merry Christmas to you, sir. 73, and you have a great afternoon and a beautiful weekend. Catch you later. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net, and gosh, it's time for us to get out of here. Just to mention, if you participated in our broadcast this afternoon and would like to hear your radio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, that'll bring this recording up. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. So with all that being said, it's time to return this frequency back to normal amateur radio use. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, clear.
Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, clear.
This has been another presentation of the Dr. VKV radio show on the 40-meter amateur band.